What's up, guys? I'm actually gonna do a couple tutorials about C Sharp for Visual Studio, and so what I want to start out as there's a couple projects and solutions that I've done so far, especially for my coding class for C Sharp, like introduction to coding, introduction to C Sharp. So, and also I want to do HTML5 and the CSS as well, and give you guys, pretty much answers to the courses I've been taking. So, and I know that online it's tough to find answers. I know a lot of people just want answers, and people want like inputs, like valid code inputs. So, I want to be able to put that out there. And I'm just gonna run through a couple of projects that I've done for my college class for C Sharp, and I'm gonna run through a couple other videos for like HTML5 and CSS, and then I also did a web graphics class as well. And so this is just free information for everybody that wants to actually take a look into it. If they're new or if they're looking for answers on how to solve on their coding projects. So the first one that I did, let me share my screen here. So the first one that I did, this is actually on Microsoft Visual Studio, the 2017. So this is the Hello World application that I did. And I'm gonna show you guys the code so you guys can understand. So these are buttons. So on your toolbox here, this is a toolbox. So I have everything already preset. It's already been done. So in order for you to do a Hello World application based on the same one that I did for my class, there was a label, right? This is a label. You can see it says LBL information. That's how we code label for LBL. And then the button, this is a button. So this would be a button right here. This would be the buttons that you would double click or you would drag the button over. And you got three buttons here. So one that says BTN show name, and then you have a BTN show date, and also an exit button. So BTN exit. I haven't messed with anything else around here. And then the label for the time. So then so when I double click this, so you can see there's a lot of code in here. So especially if you're new to this, especially like this is the first assignment that I had to do for my C Sharp class. So, and remember that it's an introduction to C Sharp, not intermediate or advanced. So with this, you can see with the exit, this is what we were taught to do. Put in, comments. Now the application should end. And then realistically, you don't need to type all this in, but this is what I was taught in the beginning. Now now I'm into like the last 2 weeks of the course, so you can just do this. You can just type in application.exit and then parentheses, paren, and then semicolon. You don't really need all this. This is just letting, if I was looking into your coding project, then I would look into seeing what the comments are, especially if you type in the code. But realistically, for an exit button, you don't really need to do that. So basically, you just type in application.exit and then the two parentheses with the semicolon. That already gives you the code to. So if I was to start the button here, okay, so if I start it, move this window away from the share. I'm sorry. So once you start it, then if I click exit, then it automatically goes back. So basically, I'm already starting the program. So that's very important. So back to resuming here, we have the BTN show name. So the BTN show name is the actual here right here. So when I click show name, when I click the start button, and I click show name, my name pops up right here. Okay. I'm gonna click exit, and I'm gonna show you code. So it says display my name in the forms text property. And then I had a lot of typing here, but realistically is that the most important thing is that this dot text equals my name. So my name is Kuli, or whatever it is, right? So going back, instead of saying hello world, when you click show name, it'll actually show your name or whose ever name you want to show it to, or it could say hello something else because you are changing the text. Okay, the text. This dot text equals whatever. Okay, remember these green comments are just for you to to remember what exactly you're coding. So that's not the code. The code is actually this right here, this right here. This is another one right here, the LBL information.text equals date time. So with the date time, when I click on the show date time, okay, so this is my actual coding for the date time button, that when I click on the show date time, when I click on it, the label, this is my label, the label, this will actually turn into the actual current time and the current date. That's what it's going to show. So if I were to click start and I click show date and time, it actually shows today's date, which is December 1st of 2018, and it's actually 1:35 p.m. here because I'm in Central Time. And I'll click exit, and then I go back straight to my solution project here. So that's just, like I said, a very quick down, easy way of looking at this. And oh, I forgot to talk about like I said, I had the text here and also showing the color as well. So with the color, so here I'll go back and show it again. When I click at show name, you can see how this changed its color to the blue color, cornflower blue. That's what I had set, and it had my name up here. Now we just click exit again. So that's that was another thing that we had to put into to change color. So other than that, like I said, you can mistype. Like I said, I had the word button, so I probably fixed that right there. But I would say so. You can mistype your green, your comments here. Oh, let me go back. So let me go back. So you can mistype your green comments, but you don't want to mistype your blue, and you don't want to mistype the actual code that's coming out, because otherwise it's going to throw you an error. So let's just say my name, right? Let's just say I decide to put parentheses here. It's going to throw an error, and it'll tell you exactly, well, not exactly, but it'll tell you what's happening, right? Tell you exactly what's happening. You can click on the arrow, it says remove this, but I don't want to remove it. I will remove the parentheses. Reason being because I already have my commas up here already. So that's another thing. I mean, it's a little bit more on the next steps that I'll be talking about. But with, like I said, with the hello world, this is very basic and simple, and just to show you guys like how an entry level of coding can work out and be more simplified and duplicatable for anybody that wants to learn it. So like I said, I'm still new to this. Like this is like my first month into coding, and so, and like I said, in 30 days, I did a lot. I mean, I'm going to show you guys the other projects that I worked on, but going from this basic project to like doing looping to doing like a little, there's some other projects. I remember looping, adding how to like add numbers and multiply and divide at the same time, and then how to calculate somebody's salary, how to calculate an interest rate, how to calculate different math formulas as well. So, but this is basic for Hello World, and that way you guys can, come back and look at the coding You know, this is very simple coding here. Comments, code, comments, the code, comments here, and then the code, and then the comments here, this comment, and then the code. And so it's the easiest way I can say it. I don't want to say I don't want to say too much terms and definitions to confuse anybody, especially if they're looking into this. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm going to try and put more videos out here for you guys because I know a lot of people are trying to look for answers and they can't find the answers or the solution that they're looking for. And yes, you're supposed to learn it on your own, but it gets tough when you're trying to do it by yourself and and it's just one easy piece of information that's right there in front of your eyes, but then they still want you to figure it out yourself. It's tough because especially this is like learning a foreign language. This is learning something. Like I said, coding is just like learning a foreign language. So it gets tough to make that decision to where, oh, should I still pursue it because, you know, no one's actually really trying to help me out. And I mean, I understand that 90% of the time that it needs to be you to find it, but I mean, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of coding. The coding is just constantly changing. And so, but most, like I said, the most basic codes are still the same. So like I said, I just want to show you guys and run through this real quick. And there's going to be more videos. So more videos coming up.